All right, welcome back. Another segment here. We've already recapped all the divisions, and now we're going to talk about a couple of main points that we wanted to cover. Definitely one on top of everybody's list, the QBs.
Backup QBs.
Backup QBs specifically.
Who's ready and who needs to sit?
Pittsburgh, New Orleans. What else we got?
Well, let's see.
The teams are one thing. Like, we can go with Bridgewater in New Orleans since he brought it up.
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, is he the heir apparent?
It's too tough to tell right now. I mean, we've only seen, 2 games out of
Why
it.
would you say he's the heir apparent?
No, Breeze is getting older.
So
The question I'm asking is, do you think Bridgewater is the heir apparent to Drew Brees?
No.
I would say
He's a backup.
I know he's a backup. When Breeze retires, is Bridgewater the quarterback?
Breeze is not retiring anytime soon. He doesn't get hit enough. That's why Brady's still playing. That's why Rivers is still playing. They don't get hit enough. So yes,
You're still not answering the question. The question is Bridgewater his
he says
replacement?
No. He says no. So let's move on.
That's what
I would say for me, I don't think so. We haven't seen enough out of Teddy yet, and like he was saying, Breeze doesn't get hit enough. I think that he's got at least another 2 years left in him. He's just too much of a competitor to hang up his pads right now.
He won't do it the way.
So do y'all think Bridgewater should go somewhere else?
No, Bridgewater stay where he's at. He's
the highest paid second string.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Once Breeze to say 2 years from now, I'm gonna sit down. Is Bridgewater their quarterback for the future? That's what I'm asking.
He's their safety net. That's what they pay him for.
Yeah,
and
I don't
agree to it.
And
I don't think
he is in that safety net currently.
I'm not saying that he can't be.
Because New Orleans.
I'm saying that I haven't seen enough for me to even consider that as a possibility.
Well, you remember, wasn't that Cade McNown or whatever? He was the backup for him he was the highest paid backup. Josh McGowan. He was the backup highest paid for 10 years behind Drew Brees. But I'm saying Drew Brees is literally at the end of his career in the next year or two. No. Is Bridgewater a safe quarterback?
I'll give him that. He's got about a year or two left.
I don't think Breeze, Brady, and Phillip Rivers will retire in the next 2 years. You have to understand, they're not getting touched. Just like the reason why Carson Palmer, what's this guy's name? The Hall of Famer, the Rams quarterback that won the Super Bowl, Kurt Warner retired. Remember he suffered that hit, retired. Brett Favre hit, retired. All these people retired when they got hit and they were in their 40s or close to their 40s. These guys are not getting touched.
Well, one of
so
them.
He's not retiring. If I'm throwing it the same.
So with that logic, it's just a matter of time for they get hit.
Right. When they get hit, they'll retire.
It could be this year.
It could be.
Well,
but they're not
anytime soon. Since they're out for 6 weeks.
All right.
Because they're getting balled out.
That covers the Bridgewater.
What about Peyton? Peyton, he didn't get hit.
No,
but that last Super Bowl with Denver, he said, let me go on.
No, Peyton
got hit. Peyton got hit with the Colts.
And the injury lagged on. That's to the point where it was like you saw his performance.
We're not going back that
but
far.
That last Super Bowl, he said, "Let me just hang up." That was so ironic.
That's why they gave him the win.
They gave him that win. Thank you. All right, Eli Manning, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, his replacement.
First of all, we all know the story behind Daniel Jones.
No, I'm not talking about the story behind it. Is he the replacement?
Yes, obviously he's the replacement because the story behind it. The man,
Eli retired this year.
I would say no.
What did you say?
Does Eli retire this year?
Eli
he is a first stringer that's getting paid to sit on the bench.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got no reason to retire right now. So right now he's going to sit back. He's going to see how things play out. And if Giants decide to move from him, if he decides to,
he
could go somewhere else.
Miami.
He's got time.
Okay, well the question is,
I don't think he would go AFC
the quarterback's name I'm giving out, are they ready to start and lead this team?
Yes, they're starting.
Daniel Jones, I'm asking, is he ready to lead?
Yes, he's the heir apparent. That's an heir apparent. He's taking the team. They groomed him for this right here.
Okay.
Now, I do want to say we've seen some good things from Daniel Jones. He's got the 2 wins. The Tampa Bay one he should have lost. That was close. But they did that Washington game was.
Well, it's Washington. So.
But but this is who they have next. They have Minnesota and New England.
On the Minnesota, I give them a win over Minnesota. I give New York Giants. I put $10 on them right now, Chuck, if you want to.
He just gambles. It's all good.
But
look, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think he's ready to outplay Brady.
No, and that's in New England. But
that's two
but
different
it's
teams.
Minnesota in New York, so
That's
I think
why I give him LA.
I'll give him some credit on that one because I don't think that one's a clear cut and dry one.
Minnesota
Cousins-
still has a top defense.
And Cousins
New England
still
has a
sucks.
But still, that falls in line. It's gonna be a true test for him,
And Cousins still sucks.
and Cousins
We
can
said
throw
that
it away.
during the earlier segments.
We
We
did.
said this. So you really not gonna
Right. Kirk Cousins is not a good quarter. He's not he's a fairly decent quarterback. Fairly.
and Daniel Jones
Above
fairly
average.
decent.
Yeah, he didn't win
Above
a
average.
Okay, above average. I'm trying not to say.
And Daniel Jones
I'm not trying to say trash.
and Daniel Jones
Yeah.
is a fairly decent quarterback, right?
But wait, hold on. Listen. Kirk Cousins doesn't. Okay, so Kirk Cousins. But you said you still got.
He used to
I'm
like.
sorry.
I wanna
Y'all
hear
have to
it.
excuse me.
we
When he
wanna hear
get tough time, I know he's trying to find something.
No, what I'm saying is
All right.
Kirk Cousins has pieces around him that are better than his talent.
Yes.
And he does have a Cook, the running back, who's leading.
He's leading the league
he's
right
top.
now.
He's top
He's
five.
leading the league right now.
He has Stephon Diggs. He has what's
Thielen.
the guy's Adam Thielen. The tight end, Kyle Rudolph is still there,
But
he
you,
has.
you listen to what Adam
hold on.
Thielen said. If you can't get the receivers the ball, what good are we?
Right. You are correct. That's why I didn't say Kirk Cousins was a decent. He's all
All
right.
right. We kind of got away from here because look, we're talking about the Giants,
Yeah.
not
we're talking
bringing
about-
down the
I'm talking
Minnesota.
about is Daniel Jones
Oh.
ready to lead this team? Yes, or no?
He's already doing.
I think he's already proven that
He's
he
already
can.
Now we
How
gotta
long?
go-
But see, look, it's just like with anything. Rookies, they tend to make mistakes. We have to see what kind of mistakes he's made.
How does he bounce back?
And how does exactly make mistakes? Can you learn from them? Because look, whether people want to realize it or not, Brady did it, Manning did it,
Yep.
Breeze
suffer
did
through
it.
the bad times, get to the good times.
They suffered through some bad games and found a way to come out on the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward, definitely going back to what I was saying. Got the Giants. They have Minnesota coming up,
I
coming
think the
to New
Minnesota
York.
game is
I
gonna
like.
be pivotal.
I think that's a good test for them.
Yeah.
Either way, win or lose, it'll be a good test.
I think.
Then they go to New England. That one right now, if they can pull that one off, then that should remove all doubt.
But see, that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about the team. We're talking about his play. I'm not talking about win or lose. I'm
that's
talking about if
true.
he plays solidly. Does that show you?
He's
Even
always-
if they lose by 3 to New England and it's like 23-26 or 24-21, and he stellar numbers, no interceptions. They just did not.
I would say yes. I think Daniel Jones has shown that.
That's the kind of stuff I'm asking
yeah.
about. That's the kind of,
Yeah, we've already answered that question.
All right.
okay, so
Let's
we
go.
go to the Redskins. Haskins.
Well, Haskins,
They got a
I don't
lot
think
to
so.
do.
Right now,
He's not ready. He's
I don't
just
think
sitting.
he's ready. Well, there have been commentaries because I like to watch, as you know, I like to watch First Take and some of the other ESPN type shows. There's been concern with Haskins because he is not showing the work ethic of a pro. He's
Don't
not
tell me acting like Jamarcus Russell.
not as bad, but yes,
Oh,
not as bad as DeMarcus because he's not looking at the film. He's not going. He's not. He's not.
young.
Yeah, he's. So he's not doing his studying like he should.
Yeah,
As a matter of
You
fact,
went there.
on one of the games
pretty good.
when Case Keenum was having a rough time, I can't remember which one it was.
Which team?
Well, I mean, it
Doesn't matter.
Which
Kendall.
pick four, right? But no, when Case
Shit.
Keenum he was over on the bench and he was looking at film and he was looking at the shots from his. Haskins nowhere to be seen.
He was hungry.
And so
Haskins
for me,
is not hungry.
that's a bad sign because, and they even pointed out, they go, normally if you're a backup, you're right there with them.
Yeah.
You're right there trying to figure it out
And
too,
I
because
remember-
that's how
If
you
you
learn.
go back 10 years in pro football, and the quarterbacks would make a mistake or even a touchdown, they'd be over there watching what the backup quarterbacks, both of them, would be there.
Yep.
Now you might see the second string, but you never see the third string. But this is the heir
And
apparent to this team. They drafted you to run this
And that's
team.
kind of
We're not
scary.
even there.
You have to understand the Dwayne Haskins situation is kind of weird. So Jay Gruden never wanted him. I think Schneider, the owner, wanted him.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
to let Jay Gruden know that you're on your way out the door.
Right, but
Right.
so if like his dad has proven it, and even Shanahan has done it too, where like Shanahan on RG3, he didn't want RG3.
He showed
He didn't
that.
want him, so he showed it
trashed
when
crap out that
he
kid.
with the play calling, they didn't get no offensive help whatsoever.
No offensive line.
So now this boy, now
RG3 is the
RG3
backup behind Lamar Jackson.
right, so
now-
RG3 gets hurt. So now you look at Dwayne Haskins. He was not prepared for that game.
No, he
He
wasn't.
wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Not simply not. He does have his own personality and issues.
Okay.
But the problem is that Jay Gruden said it himself. Casey Keenum was going to start that game. He stunk up the last game.
Okay.
Wouldn't you prepare the backup to come in? Wouldn't you say, hey, you know what? I got this kid that I drafted real high. Let me coach him up real quick. Boom. You got who did they play last?
Okay.
Last was the Giants.
Yeah.
wasn't
Okay, you're going to play the Giants, our
Hold
division
it?
rival.
Rival. Yeah.
No, it wasn't
Our
Giants.
division rival. We don't
Tampa
have.
Bay is where they beat them. No, hold on. Let me pull
It
up
was the
Washington.
Giants.
Washington at the bottom.
It was Chicago that
Chicago,
made them. Yeah,
yeah.
that one was just ugly.
Okay, well, I have to go back. Because the question was who's ready and who's not. Now with the Bridgewater, I asked you, was he the heir apparent? I have to go back and say, is he ready to run this team if Drew Brees decides to say I'm done? That's what I was asking.
I think to a point, but if you take a look at the trick plays that he's bringing in, what is his
with
name?
that
Hill?
Hill.
You're
Yeah.
working out the kinks.
Well,
Well,
but it's no, it's not a Kings thing.
It's not a
anymore.
Kings thing. It's
Not
just
not
Hill.
for
That's
not
just
for the
Hill.
Saints. That's actually a skilled
That's
position,
actually a skilled
and they got
position.
Hill in there
Yeah.
for those positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
For those
Hill is
three-
actually a quarterback.
He's like the
also.
Tim
Yeah.
Tebow of the team.
No,
Yeah.
not Tim Tebow.
okay.
He's
Tim
slash.
Tebow.
What's his name? Cordell Stewart.
Yeah,
He's slash. He's a quarterback slash wide receiver. That's what Hill is.
but anyway,
He's the Tim Tebow.
so the question is Teddy Bridgewater ready? I think he is. I mean, we have to figure. Look, he's not a rookie. He's not a rookie by any means. You know, he got injured up in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and basically
In
because of that,
practice, not a game.
and because of that, Minnesota had to move away from him because they were ready to win now with the defense and the offensive weapons that they had.
Mhm.
That's why they went out and got.
Keenum.
Cousins, Keenum, and
It wasn't
all that
Keenum.
stuff.
Well,
Wait.
it was
All the
somebody
rest of
else.
them that ran through there.
No, it was somebody else. It was Bradford, right?
Bradford. It was
Yeah.
Sam
And
Bradford.
then Keenum fell into the position, and
Because
actually,
Bradford got hurt again.
Yep.
Keenum was
And then-
backup.
And then of course,
They got rid of both Seth Bradford and Keenum for Cousins
yep.
and Bridgewater. They cleared out the whole thing.
Well, they had to clear Bridgewater because they wasn't going to keep him after.
Well,
the
they
game.
got rid of Bridgewater before they got there.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they wasn't going to keep him anyway because
But
of the
no.
injury.
But when to go get Kirk Cousins, give him the money, they had to clear the back.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Everybody.
What I'm saying is, like, you can go through the history of the Minnesota Vikings. Don't really give.
Matter
a
of fact, I could even list who the backups are
Yeah.
for freaking.
But I'm saying,
Cousins right
okay,
now.
like the question asked is if Breeze say, okay, after this year I'm done, is Bridgewater there?
Yes, he can.
That's what the question is.
Yes, he can lead the team because when he was with Minnesota, he led them.
But
to
that's
the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying. That's
He,
what the
he
question
led them
is.
to the playoffs when Adrian Peters last year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When Adrian Peters last year there, after
Without
he left,
him, he let
then
him in.
Cook came in. He let him
Mhm.
back.
Yeah.
That's when Haloti Nagata injured him in a game.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he injured him in the game. He broke his leg. He was down for almost 2 years. They were like,
He didn't
"Oh
get,
shit!"
well, Bridgewater got hurt in practice. He didn't get
No,
hurt.
it was a game.
I was reading about
Well,
it earlier. He got hurt in practice.
It was
He did not
probably
get hurt in
either
the game.
a sprain or a slight tear.
But the
that
leg
was
got
caused-
broken
but yeah,
in practice.
He
Yeah.
was running.
The leg got
He's-
broken. It's on the internet. You can look it up. I looked it up before I came here because that's one of the things I want to talk about. He asked me to do homework. I did homework.
And then Bridgewater also had the concussion thing.
But I'm
went on
saying-
the slid,
But
and
I'm saying this
deal.
here. The
So,
question is,
He's good
are they
enough.
ready? So if you already said Bridgewater is
I think
ready,
he's good enough.
He's ready. If Breeze stepped down. Now Daniel Jones, we already said he's ready.
He's ready.
Haskins,
Not
I say
ready.
sit. I say sit him until you
Right
get-
now, you've got a better chance to win with McCoy.
Yeah, Colt McCoy or Keenum.
Keenum, if we can get him to settle down. I think that the reason that he's struggling right now is he's trying to do too much. He's trying to put the team on his shoulders.
And they
And
got there yet.
and as we've learned, he is not that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the guy that if everybody comes and rallies around against, like they did in Minnesota, or there was a couple of games in Denver last year, Keenum can be
Yes.
that rally guy.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen it this year.
I say you start Haskins. Let him go through all what he got to go through. If it gets to the point where you see he's struggling or he's a deer in headlights, that's when you put Keenum in.
That'd be two games.
That's where
That'd be 2 games.
that's where Keenum shines the most is when
When
you're
he comes off the bench, when he got a chip on his shoulder.
when he's coming off the
Well,
bench.
even with that, I'd still
that's
say
when Keenum
right now
shines.
you need to cool Keenum down.
Right,
Right
put him
now,
on
right
the
now
bench.
he's too much in his head. I think if you were to start him right now, or even if you were to bring him in as a second string, I don't think that'll work. I think
Yeah,
right now
he already
you
been
either,
started
you
three
either go
times.
you either go with Haskins or you go with McCoy. give Keenum a few more days to work it out in practice.
Yeah, give him some weeks.
But even with
That's what I'm saying.
But even McCoy, when McCoy has best games, he had to come off the bench.
Yes.
Both quarterbacks y'all talk about, Keenum and McCoy, if they come off the bench, awesome. Like Fitzpatrick coming off the bench,
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That one game he started against the
That's what I'm
Saints.
saying.
Hold on. That one game he started against the Saints, he was awesome.
But
when he was in Tampa Bay,
right.
he came out the blocks.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So start Haskins, let Haskins get some kind of experience. If you see you struggling, throw one of them in, and you're good. That's what I'm saying.
So what's the quarterback meeting?
But I'm saying
what's the
that's
quarterback
not,
meeting the
that's not
next
even ideal.
day? What's the quarterback meeting like? When you get the quarterback coach, the head coach, and the quarterback's in there like, why'd you put me down, coach? I was doing good. Oh, no, you wasn't. Oh, we're gonna put you on the bench. Now you're third string. You went from starter to third string. What that does for this kid's confidence?
That you're
Look, Jay Gruden doesn't care.
That's why I was
you're asking the wrong question. Look,
we're gonna
this
go
kid.
we're gonna go game by game for right now because this is the way it has to be.
Soft-spoken coach in the coach.
That's what the coach is
Coach-
saying.
But
Because
right now,
depending
look.
on the game and the situation.
Granted,
take
I'll give
one
it to
out,
you.
put
Jay
the other
probably
one in.
doesn't want
It
Haskins,
works, it works.
but Haskins fell so far. He was the best prospect at the time. How could you not take him?
Yeah.
But what they made the mistake of, and of course because the owner wanted him, they couldn't trade and get value from it. Which that right there is tragedy. I believe they said that Haskins really only had one season with
He only had
Ohio State.
Yeah.
So he's not proven. And he's already proven not to
He's
be a
not
good
proven-
student
He's
of
not
the game.
proven in college. He's not proven in the pro.
So
he got raw talent, and somebody got to harness it. Basically, that's basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's
So what I'd like to
Coach's
see,
job.
I would like to see Haskins develop, but that's going to
He
be
need to go-
partly
he
on
need to go-
him.
Then he
Right.
need to go to the practice squad. He'd be the highest paid practice squad player.
But I think that look, yeah, throw Haskins in it and let him learn the hard way.
Let him run his
I'm
money.
okay with that mentality, but for me, if I was the head
If you're
coach,
gonna
I
sacrifice
would,
the season, you might as well start making some.
no.
Jay
Do
Gruden's
do
not
what
gonna
you
do
need
that.
to do. Throw Colt McCoy in there, make him be it because yes,
and actually-
Colt McCoy and Keenum are like two peas in a pod. They're almost the
But
same
they're
guy.
actually-
But
And
They're
they're
actually
both protected.
solid
that
quarterbacks.
could
They're just
still
not
play
winning.
into their favor because you put Colt in, then you have a choice. Well, I mean, how did Haskins play this week? Did he play okay? Well, then throw him in. If he didn't play that well, Keenum, you're up. I'm sorry.
Right.
Next man up philosophy.
But you have to understand with Haskins in this past game, when he finally got into the game, Jay Gruden didn't open up the playbook for him. He gave him a small
he gave
dosage,
the basic.
and you could see Haskins was getting frustrated. Like, if I had just did this, I would have made a touchdown. But even the defender said, I knew what they were going to run before he snapped the ball.
Yeah, the one that was
Well, that's
on the sideline.
That's on Jay Gruden.
That's on
and,
Jay Gruden.
and that's
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm saying. You told him to run it. He ran
and
it.
Stephen A. Smith is the biggest critic of Jay Gruden. I don't know if you catch any of his commentaries, but I have to say some of the times I think he's right
He is right.
because Jay Gruden, his play calling is suspect. I mean, it's almost as bad as Kubiak's 10-play script.
Or
I mean, come on.
Or Bill O'Brien.
play.
Or Bill.
But at least the stretch play worked.
Hold on, no.
It worked.
The play action bootleg.
At least
that
it
works.
Yes.
At least
That's
it
the
worked.
only play he got that works.
At
The
least
rest
it
of them don't work.
But by the third and fourth quarter, it ain't
It
working
don't work
no
no
more.
Oh yeah. Cause
It might work up until halftime. After that, it's done.
Well,
All right.
you've got
So
him
anyway,
in shot. So
Let's go to the next. Well, he had Aaron Foster when he was good.
Right.
Let's go to the next one. Now this one here, this is Buffalo. Josh Allen, Matt Barkley. Which one plays? Which one sits?
Well, right now, Josh Allen, I mean, he's still technically a rookie. Matt Barkley is the backup, but both of them played well during that game.
I got to go to you on this because you don't want to give me both names.
They played all right. I mean,
Well,
Well, they played against your team, so
no.
we know you're gonna be
Tom
biased.
Brady. Tom Brady was trash in that game.
He said Tom Brady was trash.
was
Chuck, hey, y'all heard it here on Half Baked Sports. Chuck said Tom Brady was
His
trash.
QBR was 10.
Yeah.
He was
had-
trash.
He didn't. Yeah.
He was trash.
You take a look. You take a look at the stats.
He was trash. In that game.
That Buffalo defense made Brady look like
A rookie.
Yeah,
a rookie.
pretty
Okay,
much, dude.
so
Because the point.
So I got to go back to. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
which one's ready?
Which one do you think should sit, and which one you think is?
I think it's close.
Josh Allen obviously is going to start. Matt Barkley, no. Josh Allen's definitely going to start because the team is his and they built it around him.
Yeah.
The problem with him is he needs to, he has I call it the RG3 system. You need to know how to slide. Slide. If he has
Or you will be sitting permanently.
because remember, he had
Yeah.
got the first down. He had got 5 yards past that. Slide. Done. Or with. Once you see the safety, just slide. I don't care who it is. Slide.
And
He tried to run through him.
It's
And
like
that's why
he
you
tried-
pretend
to
he's
run
looking
through
in a
him,
limbo.
and the small 5'10" DB knocked him out.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it was.
All right,
Slide.
so we got.
He said
So
5'10".
basically, the youngsters need to learn how to slide. That should be
Yes.
like a one segment thing,
Just
like
slide.
a 5
Look,
10 minute segment.
It's simple. Yeah, you need to go to the nearest baseball
Yeah.
stadium.
Somebody need to be out there. I promise you.
If he had slid,
Man,
I promise you this.
Shit.
If he had slid,
He'd still be
Buffalo
Yeah,
Buffalo
he
would have
could,
won
yeah.
that game. If he had slid, he would still in the game. Buffalo would have won the game.
All right.
That's-
Oh, yeah.
So now, with Trubinsky being hurt, Chase Daniels, is Trubinsky time limited or Chase Daniels?
No,
just
he's
still
gonna
in the
heal.
game?
He's gonna be back in. Now, granted, that's another one where I put it in the category of the last one. The starter and the backup are so close in ability right now
Yeah.
that it's just a matter of who develops faster.
Okay.
And but I think it's Trubisky until he's proven otherwise.
All right.
Luckily, Chase kept him in it. I mean, he was able to move the ball.
Now we know who Cam Newton is. We know
Yeah.
what his body of work is. Kyle Allen showed the Houston Texans that he ain't to be played with, and the defense to help him out a lot.
Keep Cam.
Well, with that,
Is
yeah.
he, but is he still a sitter?
Cam?
No, Kyle Allen. We ain't talking
No.
about
No,
Cam
no,
Newton.
no.
Kyle
Is
Allen.
Allen
Keep
a
Kyle
sitter?
Allen in. Keep Cam Newton
Cam-
on the bench till Cam gets
Cam
No,
is-
you can't
Cam
play
is
him
on the
like
foot.
hurt. I'm talking about when he comes back.
Oh, well.
Kyle Allen is not ready to take over this team. I'm sorry.
No.
He's not. I'm saying I just put him out there because he is one of the backups. He just won a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to discuss this.
He's putting W's in.
How long does he decide to sit behind Cam Newton, or do he go somewhere else after a couple of years?
Well,
That's the
considering,
question on him.
considering, if I'm not mistaken, is he a rookie?
He's a rookie.
So
No, this is second year.
Second year?
Second year.
Okay, so
he came out after Watson. Actually.
So he's not going anywhere. Then that means he's probably on
But
year.
Cam
Okay, so
Newton
that means
won't.
he's on year 2 of potentially a 4 or 5 year
a
contract.
3-year contract.
Oh, only 3?
No, 4 year. Sorry,
So
4 years.
so yeah. So they what they
But
may
Cam Newton
do,
ain't going nowhere. either.
Well, they
depending
got
on
Jackson-
his-
they got
depending
Jacksonville
on
next
his-
weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
depending on his success.
On Cam Newton ain't going nowhere.
So I've been thinking about this situation a lot lately. So I think it's in the best interest of the Panthers. This is me, me personally. I love Cam Newton, but
Yeah, Cam, he got your jersey. Just so you know, he love you.
I think for the best interest of the team, I would keep Kyle Allen, and I would trade Cam Newton.
Really?
I would,
Make-
because you have to think about it.
Okay.
The whole time he's been here, he's only taken us to the playoffs. What, once?
Twice.
In 9
twice,
years.
Twice.
No,
twice.
once.
Twice.
Cam.
No. The,
Oh, no, I'm thinking of
the only six
I'm
playoffs.
thinking of the
Talking about
one
Panthers.
that Super Bowl here.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dell.
That was Atlanta.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
Panthers.
No, not Atlanta. The one before that. I was thinking of that Carolina Panthers.
Okay, so besides that one time they went to the Super Bowl,
Okay.
Carolina has lost to Atlanta or New Orleans.
Yeah. And they gonna lose.
His
They
whole
gonna lose to
team.
Tampa Bay this year.
So after his first 3 years, which was his premier, or I'm gonna say
Yeah.
4. After his 4 years, because you know what happened, all that hey I'm gonna run, it's taking its effect now. So now
Yeah.
Cam Newton's value, you see right now, his value has dropped. So I love, as much as I love him,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's the haircut that's fucking.
you have to think about
And
it.
his dress
Kyle
game.
Allen came in,
How he
won
dressed?
2 games with the
Yeah, that's the
same
game
set of
quarterback.
receivers that Cam
I
Newton
said
was losing
this.
2
I don't know
games.
if you saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And those,
Therefore,
and those are 2 close games too.
And then he got more out of Christian McCaffrey.
That's what
Hey,
He
he
got way more out of Christian McCaffrey than Cam has ever done.
Hey, Josh.
The only thing I can say is that when I take a look at Cam Newton, he does play with a lot of emotion, and unfortunately, as we've learned,
Yeah.
especially in the Super Bowl, that was a detriment.
Yeah.
Because when you can't overcome the adversity, which was clear, that's why they lost to Tampa Bay week 2.
He couldn't figure it out.
couldn't
He couldn't figure it out.
overcome the adversity, and they were on what was it, the 2 or the 1 yard line?
2 yard line.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, that was right up his alley. He normally goes for that play.
He was
You
6'6".
even called it. You,
I called it. I said,
He was
he's injured.
6'4",
He's injured,
6'6",
so-
200
He-
some pounds.
But he's injured.
He should've been able to run that ball.
When the Carolina Panthers are on the goal line, they have Cam Newton. He makes that play 89% of the time. He scores a touchdown 89. Why did you on that particular play
Do something different.
do something different?
Yeah, and he even brought that up right after that.
He was
fact,
injured.
and it's
That's why they didn't do it.
so it's sad that we're having this conversation, but I can see where you're going with that. Get rid of Cam, trade him, but that's
I
on
don't
the, that's
think
on the
Kyle
basis.
was ready to
but
take over.
But that would be on the basis
Yeah, he
of
is.
does he want to play again? Because with the hits, I mean, we just saw Luck walk away,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on how Cam feels about this injury, he may be thinking about.
But it's a foot injury. It's not a shoulder, head.
But have you seen how he's reacting though?
Last year it was the shoulder. Now it's the foot. You have to understand it's a different league. So the players don't play through injuries no more. Like Calvin Johnson, prime, walked away from the game. Marshawn Lynch, prime, walked away from the game.
Came back, walked away from the game.
Walked from the game.
Well, I think the second time he walked away,
Patrick Willis, the linebacker in San Francisco, walked away in his prime.
What was the running back for the Broncos? Davis, 4 years. He won a Super Bowl with Elway.
Terrell Davis.
Yeah. Well, no, I know he had a lot of injuries, knees.
No, he had the member.
He had the vision, but he had knee injuries also. He played 4 years with
right, but the vision was because he was blind in that last play when they won the Super Bowl. He was actually blind.
Okay.
He couldn't see.
I'm gonna disagree with Kyle Allen starting this team. I think he needs to sit, but I'm agreeing with you on Cam probably need to go to another, either go play somewhere else or just call it a day. Because if your body is racked up with that, you run the risk of shortening your lifespan.
Right.
Let alone your football.
But you see the same play that Cam Newton has. You see it in Ben Roethlisberger. No contact injury.
Talk about two different sizes.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying, but
one overweight in the middle, the other one's overweight in the head.
I can tackle Cam Newton, but if I run into Roethlisberger, I'd probably get hurt.
Right. I think I can tackle Roethlisberger before I can tackle Cam Newton.
What I'm saying is
because Cam Newton is in more better shape than
what I'm saying is throughout the years, the hits they took, the breakout, the breaking away from the top, that takes its toll. And
you don't like you said, Kurt Warner.
That
was a prime example.
One hit, done.
Okay.
He was done.
Now, last but not least, I got to give it to this kid because I watched this game. Mason Rudolph is ready to me. He's ready to say, Ben, I'll give you one more year, but it's my team after this.
Oh, Ben's done.
I know. I'm not talking about Ben. We're not talking about. Okay, hold on. We're not talking about Ben. We're talking about Mason Rudolph.
Oh no, that's it.
Talk about Mason
Why
Rudolph.
would I go get another quarterback?
I watched this game. Now, granted, it's against the Cincinnati Bengals, but at the end of the day, this kid was poised. He was straight. He was on target. He was on freaking target. He made great decisions throughout the whole freaking game. I have to say that I think he's ready.
I do have to admit, when you take a look at the teams he's played, look, he came in, what was it, week two, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It was a close game.
Yeah.
Right? It was like within 2.
Yeah.
And he came in, what, second quarter?
Second quarter.
Because I remember that when we were listening, all those quarterbacks going down, it was like
a laundry list of who was going out.
Yeah.
It was like first and second quarter, quarterbacks leaving.
Quarterback gone.
Came back in, lost by 2 to Seattle. Now, that was at home in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay. On the road to San Francisco, lost by 4, 24-20.
That was still close.
And that's a good defense, as we've already discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I have to admit, I like what I see from the kid, but we need to see more. That's me. Because if you take a look, he's got Baltimore, Chargers, and then they're bye.
The schedule will tell you what I'm saying from what he's done in the game he started and the game he came into. He's been here for a minute. Do you think he's ready to either lead this team or go somewhere else and lead another team?
You're talking about Mason Rudolph?
He's already taken it over and leading this team.
I think he's ready to go. There are other teams that need quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
they are. But for me, I'm looking at all these teams that are like, okay, you go to Cincinnati, Dalton, your time is past. It's time for you to let it go. I don't know who the backup is. That's the problem.
Don't care.
You don't exactly. As long as Dalton is playing, you will never see the backup. But I think Mason Rudolph. I say
we gotta pray for the team.
I'm gonna go through this again. Teddy Bridgewater can stay in New Orleans if Breeze say let go. Otherwise, he can go to Miami or Cincinnati or wherever somebody need a quarterback and start. He can go to Minnesota and start back again if they want him back. Daniel Jones is the quarterback of the Giants from here on out. Agreed or not?
I believe he definitely. Right now, he's shown us yes. I'm still reserving complete until
Haskins needs to sit down.
Yes.
really he needs to sit down and let the other two just play and let him learn. He needs to get in the room and study.
What are you going to learn from Case Keenum and Coleman?
I'm not.
How to be a backup?
You know what?
That's
You
all
can
you're gonna
learn.
learn.
You can learn how to be better. You can learn how to be better than them.
It starts with one, listening to your quarterback coach and start analyzing
film. You have to get. He's not ready to get out there because he doesn't even want to study.
Right, but if you
and that to me is the problem that I see with Haskins. I mean,
I'm not gonna give you credit just because you're a dynamic.
And I want to say this.
You have to know what you're doing out there on the field.
And I'd like to point out one thing. How many times have we seen these QBs that were the shit in high school, the shit in college, and then all of a sudden can't do anything when it comes to the pros? Vince Young.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Went there.
Can't do shit in the pros. But run the ball. He could take off running all he wants to.
I was even going to go.
He ain't never had a 300-yard passing game.
And I was even going to go Ryan Leaf.
No, that was a whole bunch of middle problems right there.
That just quick.
That was
well, take a look.
I go one better. Jamarcus, that's what I was going to say.
That was my next point. But what I wanted to point out is Ryan Leaf for the Chargers. He was the number one, all the talent. Had great high school stats, great college stats.
Wouldn't sit down.
But could not handle the adversity and the toughness of the pro.
Matt Leinart. That's another one. It's so many of them. And the thing about it is, I use Vince Young because, for the simple fact, I went to a couple of his games. My nephews, my nieces, they all went to Willow Ridge. Mm-hmm. And Willow Ridge played Madison on a regular. I watched this kid decimate these schools who have been handling Madison. The only school that usually gave Madison trouble was Yates and Jones and Willow Ridge. He killed all of them. And so here you go to college. You in Texas. I watched all them games. I'm like, this kid is off the chain. But then when you think back on his college career, his high school career, even his professional career, he ran more than he threw the ball.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, who Vince Young emulated himself after. Michael Vick threw the ball before he ran the ball. He ran through all his options, even the check down, as Josh always points out. He said, oh, well, I can throw it 6 yards, I can run 20. Then he takes off. Vince Young, first thing is, first one ain't that, boom, take off running. Haskins has the ability to become that because he won't study film.
Haskins has no ability to do that because he doesn't run. Haskins is a pocket quarterback. He doesn't run.
Yeah, if you go off,
he doesn't run.
If you go off of what he did,
but like Ohio. You said, remember you said about rattling a quarterback? Right. He's got to get out there somehow. What are you gonna do? He's gonna get out there and throw an interception.
No, he's not a running. He's not a running quarterback.
Right now we're doing the what if thing. I think we're getting off topic.
But at the end of the day, Mason. Okay, we said Bridgewater is ready to take over the Saints if they
Mason Rudolph.
No, what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna recap.
Yeah. On this, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. We're gonna finish this amongst ourselves, but we're out.
All right.